late January this year.
Because Xanax is, we used to laugh and call it the antidote to a hangover.
Yeah, it really is.
Wow.
If you take a Xanax, your hangover's gone. You feel perfectly fine.
The problem is once you get addicted to Xanax,
Yeah.
you're just postponing that hangover, and it's getting worse and worse and worse. And when you really decide that it's time to quit, that's when the hangover kicks in.
Yeah.
Because the hangover in this case is now an addiction.
Right.
And
Wow.
it's painful as hell.
Great point.
Yeah. Very cool.
I mean, it's so bad that if you've never had an anxiety attack or dealt with depression, there's no way of telling you how bad it is. And anyone who hears me or sees me or talks to somebody else that has it, that's the only person that they'll ever really be able to truly relate with in life.
Somebody that's had it. Exactly.
You know, it's just one of those things where, you know, you've either been attacked by a grizzly bear or you haven't.
Right.
You know, how do you describe it? It's
Yeah.
horrible.
I have had it, so I
I've
understand.
just recently
and it's
had
awful. It's terrible. I had it for years.
Yeah, and when it doesn't go away.
Mm-hmm.
An anxiety attack's bad when you just have one and then slowly but surely you calm down and life goes back to normal. But when it's 24 hours a day,
Yeah.
it's I think that, you know, suicide people have just thought, first of all, in families, it's, you know, through the years it's just been hush-hush, no one wants to talk about it. And if people like Brad would have started things like this and people would realize that depression and mental problems are no more rare than the flu that you get during the year, people wouldn't feel so isolated and crazy and alone. And I think that's what's so cool about what you guys are doing is you can give people company with other people who have like-minded people. You know, if you don't have anxiety and you've never dealt with depression, then there's no reason to even talk about it.
Right. Because you can't understand.
But if you have it, there's nothing more important than finding somebody to talk about it with, and somebody who's experienced it. You know, I like a counselor I talked to. I asked him, "Have you ever had an anxiety attack?" He was like, "No." And I liked him as a counselor. He gave me good advice on everything else, and probably good advice on the anxiety. But how can you truly give advice to somebody who's never experienced what they're giving you advice? That'd be like me giving you advice on how to have a baby.
Right. Exactly.
So.
I feel the same about that.
Why are kids choosing it as a recreational?
It's because
it's very popular.
They've never known anyone that's gone through something so bad is the addictions of it. Same reason. And it's not even, I didn't get on it because I was trying to
because of anxiety. The kids are taking it because it's a great mix with the other drugs.
Yeah, well that's what it turned
it's
into.
A great high.
It is, and you know, it's like you're increasing the amount of fun you have. It's like a credit card, you know. You could go out and charge it up and have as much fun, but there's going to be a bill to pay.
Right.
You're just not going to go out and have fun and drink painkillers or other pills and go out and think that you're going to feel great at no price. It just doesn't happen that way.
Right.
You know, and I was just ignoring the fact, and it's something that you're not an addict overnight.
Right.
And it's so slow that you don't even realize that you're getting hooked on it, because especially if you're living like I was living and, you know, having fun with your friends at the bar scene all the time, you're all out of whack anyways, just from feeling crappy on alcohol and getting up and trying to work. You know, it's just like you don't realize that some of that bad feeling is your body's throughout the day is starting to crave that drug, and you're not feeding it to it. Your mind's just saying, hey, this is just a hangover, or it's the alcohol that's making me feel this way. But then you go for a couple of weeks and not drink, and you still feel like crap, and your mind's not right. Then you start realizing that the same thing that's making me feel so good is making me feel really bad.
Right.
And so bad to the point that's I think that people who kill themselves because of the Xanax and other addictions is
they have.
unheard of. I mean,
Part of
it's unthinkable.
Yeah, our site is where you can reach out and find somebody that understands.
And you
bring
don't
it
have
out,
to look
bring
out
it
far
out.
to find someone that has a testimony like mine. You can pretty much walk down the street, or you know, and I think that the addictions are just getting younger and younger.
Yeah.
And the people around you that it affects. Have they been
Oh yeah, the mood swings. The
your
way you
parents
act,
and
you're
Parents,
great towards
friends.
one
brothers
person
and
one
sisters.
minute, and you're withdrawing from your drugs, so you're a total jerk the next minute.
Now,
It's got nothing
did
to do
it
with
affect
me.
your relationships, like with your family and friends?
Yeah, it destroyed my family.
Okay,
And
right.
I was
It usually does.
I was married. I had a wife that stuck with me through cancer, and all I could think about was just trying to make myself feel good. And the stuff, what I was, going out and drinking and partying with my friends, and just, thank God I can't remember half the things I did. Like I said before, those are the same type of things that don't only destroy your own life. They really hurt other people that are around you.
Right.
And my wife put up with it for a long time, and it just, it's hard to be with somebody like that. That's
Right.
not only never the same person because their mood swings are all over the place, but not coming home at night.
Mhm.
It's you just lose touch with reality.
Right, exactly.